Some of you guys may not understand this, but understand that you are where you are right now for a reason. You're watching this video for a reason, and it shows that you're selected to watch this video. You're special for this video. This video is meant for you. God is aligning you with the correct timing without you even knowing. Sometimes somebody might slap you in the middle of the street, right? But that could just be God saving you from something that was right up the street. You were going to walk into a trap, literally right up the street. You might have lost your life from that trap. But God put that other person in front of you to slap the living daylight out of you, right? Because you may have needed to be slapped. It probably kept you stagnant. It probably made you stop for so long that it saved your life. Sometimes God's timing seems pretty iffy. We may not understand why it's happening. We look around and it's like, God, why are you letting this happen to me? But God understands why he has to let that happen to you. Because you don't know where you would be if it didn't happen to you. And there's a lot of different situations out there that God allows us to go through. And there's a lot of different situations out there that God saves us from. I remember at the age of 15, I was getting a haircut from this barber. And this man came and picked me up late at night at his home. Hey, man, you want some food? Blah, blah, blah. Got me some food. And even as a grown man, asked me if I wanted to smoke and all this other stuff, right? And I remember that night, my dad randomly, he was in Arizona at the time. I was in a whole other state. And he randomly just called me randomly at that night. He said he had intuition on it. Hey, where you at, son? Blah, blah, blah. My barber, he came to pick me up to cut his hair, or to cut my hair at his crib. At this hour? He said, what kind of grown man gonna be cutting your hair at this hour? At the time, I thought my pops was just tripping until I went. And a few months passed by and I was getting cut from a different barber, right? And this guy, I think he went by the name of JB or something like that, bro. And this man is explaining to me that the barber essentially that used to cut my hair, he was like, oh, who used to cut your hair? I'm like, oh, T. He was like, I was like, T used to cut my hair. And then he was like, what? He was like, did he try you? What do you mean what do you mean? What do you mean did he try me? Like, he likes little boys. Like, he didn't try you? And I'm like, yo, what? He's like, yeah, like I heard him. We overheard him a couple of times, like bragging about how he, like, you know, took a couple boys down and how they walked back in the barbershop after he took them down. I stood there. I just stood there baffled, bro. Like, if my dad didn't call me that night, bro, I would have been like, you feel me? Lord knows where I would have been, bro. I would have had to fight that man off. And I don't even know if I would have fought him off. He was pretty big dude. But God saves us from things sometimes, and we don't understand why it's happening in the moment until you finally take a step back and realize, like, damn, that was meant to happen. Or God will give us a warning, but through our consciousness, yo, you always hear that little voice in the back of your mind, you shouldn't go. Don't go. Don't go. You think that's just you thinking, but I feel like God communicates with us sometimes through our conscience. Not only that, through other people. So sometimes something is happening, man. You got to just go with the flow because you really don't know. God is probably just taking you through that season. God is probably just allowing that thing to happen to you because he got a better plan for you.